Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, Mr. Con. Welcome back to Baja Edge Control HD, as we're doing the rallies for the mini truck leagues, beginning with the Buddy Dog Horseshoe Bend Rally around the Lake Powell environment. As here is our beast lined up at the start for this first stage. Let's see if we can keep this thing in one piece for the most part. That's what we really struggled with in the championships. Those circuit races. But Ryan's a bit of a different kind. There's a mix of speed and looking after your vehicle. I know we had done a couple of races near the end. But very bumpy courses as Audi Hummer's being put through the winger. Audi trying to drift as well. You're not a Toyota Supra, okay? Hummer, get that through your head. As we are leading ahead of Jerry. 11 seconds. That's a good corner though. There you go, kind of backed up going into that corner. Okay, too much speed. It's like someone slowed down in front. Got some buggies in front. You really want to duel with a Hummer buggy. Because, whoa! Too much booty shaking. The buggy's slightly better over the jumps, I think. Or the bumps. So it gets onto my arse as, whoa, a couple of them go very wide. Where are they going to? Trying to go to Peru or something? Because at least these are long stretches. Not many jumps at the moment. Bit bumpy. Losing the back end slightly there, but got back in line. So lead by 22 seconds over Jerry. I feel we're pushing it too hard then. But if our vehicle's not getting damaged, why not slow down? It's a very bumpy section, so as you can see, or hear, really lifting off. Make sure I'm just keeping the hum on the straight and narrow, which seems to be the toughest thing. On two wheels, keep going. Got a rescue chopper in front, don't need you. We're fine. That's a lead by almost half a minute now over Jerry. Still got Adrian on his arse. But apart from that one mistake next to the buggy, this is going very well. This rally, and it's the stage end, it is! So we've won by almost 30 seconds ahead of Jerry, with Adrian third, Rich in fourth, Sandy fifth, then Ted, Jimmy Toy is back in seventh, Nick in eighth, Jason McNeil ninth, Barry at the back again in 10th, and Anthony right at the back in 11th. So here's the second stage. Let's see if we can continue the good run. That was a very short first stage. I thought that'd be much longer. Bit disappointed it wasn't, as we really did get into a good rhythm on that stage. And so we'll carry that on into this stage, hopefully. And then once again win by a country mile, maybe. There's no, we got traffic to contend with though. That's all. It looks like someone got taken out in front. Let's go back onto the dusty stuff. Once again, we're fighting with buggies. Don't do this to me, buggy. Let's lead Jerry by 6 seconds. There we go, but no! Poor jump. Keep the power on, keep drifting. And same for that car went wide as well, so we didn't end up in the drink. Go past the steamboat. God, that was a heart-sinking moment. But we lead by 7.5 seconds ahead of Jerry. He's just ahead of Adrian in third. Don't need the rescue choppers. We've got this, kind of. This is nice clear road. And we've got a tight corner coming up. What the heck was that? Was that traffic trying to rejoin the road? Let's lead Jerry by 10 seconds. Not the smoothest rejoin either. Back onto the dust, onto the sand. Onto the gravel. As it is really bumpy. Let's head towards the power plant, and it's like Really got slow into the corner. With the 13.13 seconds as well. That truck really destroying the environment. So we don't just have to watch out for a Hummer. We have to watch out for stuff being thrown at us. We are doing well. Where are they going? They've definitely gone to Peru. That's all. This is a bit smoother than I expected this straight. Much nicer than the previous straight. It's now we lead by 20 seconds. You're getting back into that rhythm. There's, oh no, just to say that. Landed on a bump the wrong way. Have to let a couple of trucks, have to let the buggy by. But quick recovery, at least. This has definitely been the hardest stage. Feels like just not totally in that rhythm. Look at that drifting round the outside. No! Keep going. As there goes to shocks and clutch. There's a rescue chopper in front. Don't think we need them though. As there goes to tyres and brakes as well. Okay, we might need them. As it looks like they're now further along the track. As now we lead by just 11 seconds ahead of Adrian. He's the second ahead of Jerry. But now we're damaged. Let's just keep it clean. Don't be crashing into stuff. Like that buggy. He's been left by the side of the road. It is brutal, this rally. If you crash, no one will rescue you. The chopper's now right in front. Just forgotten about him already. So now the engine is gone. Much further have we got though? We've not got far. Let's we win again. This time by 15 seconds, and it's ahead of Adrian, who's the second ahead of Jerry. Then we've got Rich, Ted, Sandy, Jimmy Toy, Nick, Jason, Anthony, and Barry at the back. As we lead overall, it looks like by 45 seconds heading into the third stage. And here we are, lined up on the tarmac, on the asphalt, to get underway for what I believe is the final stage. So if we just keep it clean, we've won this rally. And a good debut for the Hummer in the rally. Had its scary moments on that last stage though. Let's go past the solar field, is that? All those solar panels. Oh, you're trying to get on two wheels, the Hummer. Calm down. Can't celebrate too early or show off. It's a very bumpy start to a stage again. Look at that buggy with all that traction. All that suspension travel it can afford. Much better until it crashes. And it's like someone's crashed into traffic as well. As we cut there, as you saw the traffic try and launch itself at us. We just about got away with that. As well, look how bumpy this is. Really letting off the throttle. But we lead by 8 seconds over Adrian and Jerry. They're attached at the hip again. And look at that truck in front. Madness. Oh! You can see why though. We keep it a bit calmer. You can go wrong very easily. There's a truck in front. Oh. Just about rejoins behind us. As it looks like someone's been slowed down in front. Yeah, there's a buggy in the scenery. There's a truck over in front. There's now we lead by just 5 seconds. But we're keeping it nice and tidy. That's the main thing. Remember, we got a big overall lead heading into this stage. Around 45 seconds. So we're not exactly pushing 100% here. We've got loads of docks next to the right hand side. Buggy, I'm sightseeing. Stop interrupting. We've got a helicopter overhead. Where are you going, Hummer? That's it. Just about keeping back onto the straight and narrow. But yeah, all the drama's happening around us on this stage, which is good to see. So there goes the buggy down our inside. We've got Jerry 7 seconds behind. We've got Rich up to 3rd. What's happened to Adrian? But he's 8 seconds back. So at least keeping pace with the other guys in our class as well. He's in the rear again. Chopper overhead, making sure no one's flipped. Let's go over the road again. That time it really did help us. We're starting to lose the rear slightly there. And you go through the left-hander. They've caught up slightly. Now under 6 seconds back is Jerry. He's pushing hard on this final stage. As we're making a bit of a Horlicks of it down a straight. There you go, get back in the rhythm, Hummer. So we're going uphill again. Some tight corners. Now we're down to 2nd behind Rich. Where's Rich come from? Really motored through that section. And Jerry's less than a 2nd behind us. Oh, there goes to the right rear. But the finish is right in front. And we get 2nd. As we lose just around half a second to Rich, that is in 3rd. And we've got Jerry in 2nd. Adrian having a poor stage. And drops to 4th off the podium. With Sandy in 5th, Ted 6th, Jimmy 7th, Nick 8th, Jason 9th, Anthony 10th, and Barry at the back. So that's the first rally won. As you get the Racing 905 truck, the Kovac Racing truck, and JW Racing as well. So let's head to the Baja Experience Sidewinder Rally in the painted desert environment. As here we are under the sunset, is that, or the sunrise? As we head into the desert. As hopefully the first stage can go as well as it did on that previous rally. We're really motored into the lead. Then kind of clung on the final stage, but the final couple of stages, but we won it. That's the main thing. So go a bit wide, use that banking. We're gaining on the truck in front. Get past. So that normally indicates a very good start. Got a rescue chopper as well. Keeping a good eye on us. Again, got a wide open environment here. Should be just as bumpy as well. You can see all the environment in front. So there's a big bump. Slowed it down just before then. We've got Ted behind, then Bryce. 9.5 seconds back. Let's just avoid the tumbleweed. Okay, too much speed there. Had to really back it down into the next corner. There you go, used a bit of the banking to keep the momentum up. Just about done that. Well, where's this corner? Let's go into the scenery. Lead around the same over Ted. You've got Bryce in 3rd. Got beautiful sunset overhead. Or sunrise. Probably is a sunrise, isn't it? You see lots of bank turns though in the desert. Once again, I'm amazed how old this game is. I know it's been remastered and they've updated the textures and the resolution slightly, but still, the original game having these types of environments, these big open environments as well. What they achieved is fantastic. And I do love this game. I do love this racing being slightly different than I'm normally used to. Off-road racing with the Ryan, the WRC. No, so they've recently announced a Dakar game for 2018. You bet my arse I will play that. Can't wait for that game. Apparently it's coming this year. They've only had a cinematic trailer released. But it's done by the guys who did WRC 5. Flat Out 4 as well. So I don't have the biggest hopes for the game because guys who did WRC 5, that was not a very good game. Flat Out 4, I haven't played it. Well, apparently it wasn't the best game, so we'll see once he gets released. As we're 25 seconds ahead of Ted. Bryce in third, despite that mistake right at the end. Steve Looney's back in for Victor 5th, Wayne in 6th, Woodhull 7th, Jason 8th, John Swift in 9th, Ted in 10th, and Jimmy Toy at the back. Let's see what we can do on the second stage. Let's try and keep up this momentum. Let's not try and hold and be all over the place on this second stage like we were in the last rally. Let's just keep it nice and smooth. But that Dakar game, Dakar 2018, very much looking forward to it. And if it is released this year, as I said, I'll definitely do a playthrough on that. As the Dakar is actually going on at the moment. They've had the first week go. By the time we're recording this, Sebastian Loeb probably lost his final chance of winning the Dakar for the time being. As he just went over a jump and there was a car there, trapped, and he went into it. Unfortunately, that damaged his Peugeot too much. As for 7 hours staying ahead of Tim. And there's Bryce right in his arse. Totally legit move. Okay, the Hummer's been too nice, okay, for the past couple of episodes. It just needs to let that out. As you definitely got to make the corner. There you go, just about. That's a very awkward corner. But yeah, the Dakar in real, I've seen Carlos Sainz win the last couple of stages and is winning the Dakar ahead. The reigning champ. The guy who's won it's like, Chopper, I'm trying to get back on the course. Why do you park there? It's over 8 seconds ahead of Ted and Bryce. Over Stefan Zipresh Chanel. I apologise, I can't pronounce his surname, but I think he's the 13-time winner of the event and reigning car champion. I think he's won on the bikes as well. But yeah, he's run into a couple of issues the last couple of stages, so he heading to the lead from Loeb, and now he's dropping back to over an hour behind Sainz, but that's nothing in Dakar terms. Let's try and get around the hairpin. They really do have these tight corners on this stage. Do love them. So now we go uphill. Here's how we're sideways to the world. They have been following the Dakar for the past few years, and it is a fantastic event. Nothing quite like it. And there are other rally raid events. So the second most famous one is the Silk Way Rally, which again Loeb was leading last year and then crashed out. And then his teammate Cyril Desprez win it. And he's a guy again who's won on bikes, I think in Dakar, but is now trying his hand at the cars. But yeah, Peugeot definitely the team to beat again in 2018. Even though this is their final event before withdrawing. Concentrating on World Rally, of course, which Loeb is leading. Alongside Timmy Hansen. And the Hansen family, their team. Is that Bryce? Bryce! Get out of it. As we reach 110 miles per hour on a Hummer. Oh no! It was too much for the Hummer. Going too fast. There's a 20 seconds in the lead now over Ted and Bryce in third. Yeah, and the Dakar, you don't just have the cars going, you have the bikes. So we probably should have stopped for repairs now it damaged the shocks and clutch. And the Bryce, unfortunately, the Brit. Sam, is it Sunderland? Not Sunderland, Sutherland. Unfortunately, he crashed out, suffered back injuries, and at least they're not life-threatening injuries, as now the tyres and brakes are going, but he was in an awful lot of pain from the video they released of what he looked like when they airlifted him to hospital. So yeah, I hope he has a good recovery. And the first Brit winner as well, in the bikes last year. Yeah, I hope he has a good recovery. He was fantastic last year as well, not just in the Dakar, but for all of the off-road events, so if he comes back strong, it's a quick recovery, and you come back winning again as well in 2019 in a Dakar. But the bike class seems to be going through a few changes. They've been quite a few leaders from what I could tell. We're running quite a few issues as well. And then you also got the trucks, just normally run well by the Russians. As there goes the engine now. And it's like they're winning that again from what I can tell. Then you got the quads as well, which I don't pay too much attention to, but that race as well. There's 4 classes in the Dakar. And like you got 8 classes here, and we're leading by almost 45 seconds. Despite our truck being damaged to heck, because that's the finish. Yes! So we didn't do what we did in the last rally. We kept up in the second stage and we won by 43 seconds out of Ted. With Bryson third, Steve Looney fourth, Victor fifth, Rod Hall in sixth. Why do I keep saying Hole? We've got Rainey in seventh, John Swift eighth, Jason Campbell ninth. I think that's the Raiders quarterback. We've got Ted in 10th and Jimmy Toy in 11th. As here we are for the final stage. Let's see if we can crown ourselves champion once again with almost a minute lead in this rally. Let's just keep it together a bit calmer than we did in the last rally. We went a bit to pieces in the second half of the stage. But yeah, I was talking about the Dakar, and I have all these classes. It's a bit like this actually, having all these different classes racing. So of course they have the 2-wheeled varieties alongside the 4 wheels. In this you've got, as you've already seen, you've got the buggies. You've got the punting off the tumbleweed. As now we go into the back of a spectator truck. Do not respawn me back on the track. I'm back on the track, okay? That's a fantastic start. But we've got a minute lead, as I said, so we can be calm on this stage. Gonna look at environment as well, as we're down in 5th behind Victor, just ahead of Wayne. As you build the speed up towards 110 miles per hour again. We've got to brake heavily. Once again, the Hummer's brakes. About as useful as a chocolate teapot there. So you go just about clinging on to the momentum. As you go past the soda field once again, we're back up to 2nd, just behind Ted. Just ahead of Bryce. By 5/500ths of a second, should I say. Forget it's to 2 decimal places, not 3. Look at this camera momentum beautifully through those corners. Not going under 100 miles per hour. As now we lead by 4.2 seconds. And then Bryce is 4.7 seconds back. It's all back to normal now. Everything's good. As it starts to open up again, then tightens up again. But yeah, with the Baja, so you've seen we've got the buggies, we've got these Hummers, we've got the Land Rovers, we've got the trophy trucks as well, the beasts, got open wheelers. Got so many different classes, it's fantastic racing. And they did have the 100th, I believe it was, edition of the Baja 1000 last year. And that was good finding it on the live stream. Can't wait to watch this year's event. Oh yeah, with the racing here already started with the Dakar, it's definitely got me in the off-road racing mood. So I can't wait for Supercross, which is coming out next month as well. Still got to catch up on the first couple of events now. They've had 2 rounds with Supercross already. They'll be going virtually every weekend or every other weekend for the first half of the year as well. I believe that their season ends in July, starting in January. Let's look at that, 16 seconds out of Ted now. Definitely in the comfortable zone once again with the Hummer. Took a very wide line there though. Ooh, just about got it hooked up for the next corner. But he definitely made the right choice going with the Hummer, I believe. In this class as well, there's someone smoking in front. So just 20 seconds at a Bryce. Why didn't they get the vehicle repaired? Now you're hindering my view. Well, this is more like the Dakar. Look at this open desert. Having to choose where you're going. It's just you and the environment. That's right, tyres and brakes are gone. Hopefully near the end of this stage then. I feel like this time it's going to fall apart now. 23.23 ahead of Ted. I say we're dominating another stage with this Hummer. But yeah, definitely got to try these events again, maybe with the Toyota as well. I do have a soft spot for Toyota in all kinds of racing. You know, in the Super GTs, the Super Formula, and the Dakar at the moment as well. They got Nassau Attiyah. He won the opening stage, had some issues. As everything has fallen apart now in this Hummer. We're still 23 seconds in the lead. As well, thankfully that buggy was there, so we're going to be flipping over. And that's why buggies are on this stage, of course, for us to make it round corners. And to be obstructions, it looks like, as where's that buggy going as we're going to cross the line and win. As we have Ted in second, 25 seconds back, Bryce in third, and Steve Looney, Victor, Rod Hall, Wayne, Jason Campbell, John Swift, Ted and Jimmy Toy, as we won by over a minute and a half. So easy these rallies in the Hummer. As we get another truck, we've got the Fiber Works racing truck and a TNS racing truck as well. So we're cruising through this mini truck league. We got a bit close in a couple of the leagues, but the rallies, Hummer's made for it. Let's see if it's made for a hill climb around the Coconut Island and the Painted Desert environment for the Open Class Challenge next time out. But I hope you enjoyed the rallies. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.